In a major setback, Delhi's Rouse Avenue Court on Friday extended Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal's judicial custody until July 25th in the excise policy case registered by Central Bureau of Investigation. This order comes just hours after Supreme Court granted him interim bail. Arvind Kejriwal was arrested by CBI on June 26 and has remained in custody since. India, which surpassed China in 2023 as the world's most populous country, is likely to reach its population peak at 1.7 billion in 2062, as per the UN World Population Prospectus report. Globally, the population is expected to peak in mid-2080s at 10.3 billion, up from 8.2 billion in 2024. 63 countries have already reached their population peaks, while 48 are expected to do so by 2054. Probationary IAS officer Pooja Khedkar, who is under fire for alleged misuse of power and privileges, may be terminated from the services or face criminal charges if found guilty, official sources said. Khedkar came into the limelight after reports emerged after her alleged demands for a separate office, official car, and unauthorized use of a red beacon light on a private Audi car. VVS Lakshman hailed Virat Kohli's gesture of inviting Rahul Dravid to lift the T20 World Cup trophy, calling it at a great moment. Lakshman recalled the grand celebration in Barbados and Mumbai, highlighting Dravid's emotional outpouring. India's thrilling victory against South Africa in the final was a special feeling, with everyone from players to support staff showing their emotions. While urging the Indian cricket team to visit Pakistan and play the Champions Trophy 2025, former Pakistan captain Shahid Afridi said Virat Kohli will be the center of attention in their country. Whenever I have toured India with the Pakistan team, I have received a lot of respect and love. Likewise, when India came here in 2005, they received a lot of respect and love, Afridi said. TCS has reported that almost 70% of the company's employees are back in the office following the new policy of linking variable pay to attendance. In April 2024, the company linked quarterly variable payouts to attendance, making employees with less than 60% attendance ineligible for bonuses. Employees should have minimum of 85% attendance to receive full quarterly variable pay. The Modi government has decided to observe June 25 as Samvidhan Hatya Divas annually, marking the imposition of the emergency by then Prime Minister Indira Gandhi in 1975. Home Minister Amit Shah welcomed the decision, highlighting its tribute to those who endured hardship during the emergency. The government aims to honor those who defended democracy amidst persecution, safeguarding individuals' freedom.
इस तरह आरकेडीएफ विश्वविद्यालय राज्य और देश के आधुनिक और उच्च विश्वविद्यालयों में से एक है। आरकेडीएफ यूनिवर्सिटी, ये है आरकेडीएफ यूनिवर्सिटी। आरकेडीएफ यूनिवर्सिटी, a world-class university. Education glorifies nation.
The Indian gold processing and manufacturing industry is set for significant growth and transformation, supporting the economy's path to Viksit Bharat by 2047. The industry is set to see the substantial investment rising from Rs 1,000 crores in 2023 to 15,000 crore by 2030. This will further enhance employment growth from the current level of 3,000 to 25,000 workers. NATO has issued a strong statement of support for Ukraine, declaring its path to membership in the military alliance irreversible and warning Russia that its action in Ukraine constitute the most significant and direct threat to the security of NATO member states. During a conclave focused on the India-US defense partnership, US Ambassador Eric Garcetti repeatedly emphasized during his speech that both India and the US shouldn't make their relationship for granted. His remarks were made in the context of the US concern about India's ties with Russia following Prime Minister Narendra Modi's recent visit to Moscow and his meeting with President Putin. India abstained from a UN resolution demanding Russia's withdrawal from Ukraine's Zaporizhzhia nuclear power plant. The resolution, supported by 99 countries, called for an end to Russia's aggression and the immediate transfer of the facility to Ukraine. In the aftermath of the devastating Hamas attack on October 7, Israel has acknowledged security failings and released initial probe findings. The investigation highlighted the kibbutz Be'eri's vulnerability, where over 100 people were killed and 32 taken hostages. Findings revealed unpreparedness, inadequate forces, delayed response, and uncoordinated actions. England cricket icon James Anderson brought an end to his 21-year-long illustrious Test career on Friday, July 12. The 41-year-old fast bowler, who amassed a remarkable 704 wickets in his career, played his final match at the historic Lord's Cricket Ground. Nepal's Prime Minister Pushpa Kamal Dahal, widely known as Prachanda, lost the vote of confidence in the parliament. This happened just 10 days after his coalition partner, the Communist Party of Nepal, Unified Marxist-Leninists, withdrew their support and announced their intention to lead the government themselves. During the vote on Friday, only 63 members of the 275-member House of Representatives supported Prachanda's motion, while a significant 194 members opposed it, and one member chose to abstain. The ruling Mahayuti alliance of the BJP, Shiv Sena and the NCP in Maharashtra on Friday won all the 9 seats it contested in the biennial election to 11 seats for the state legislative council. In the results announced in the evening for the polls conducted earlier in the day, the Bharatiya Janata Party won 5 seats, while Chief Minister Eknath Shinde's led Shiv Sena and the Ajit Pawar led Nationalist Congress Party bagged 2 each.